up, everybody? It's your boy King Cam,
Your boy DJ.
and we have a very, very, very special guest today. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, you guys. My name is Tatiana, also known as the.Tatiana on Instagram.
All right.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am 25 years old, starting last Tuesday. Congratulations to me.
Happy
I
birthday.
have
Happy
a little,
belated.
thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I have one child, a little boy, which a lot of people don't know that. And I'm from South Carolina, and I would consider myself the hustler of the year, honestly and truly.
Bad chaser.
All right.
Absolutely.
What type of hustles you into? What type of hustles you got going on in 2020?
Mm. Well, obviously the most infamous hustle, which is OnlyFans, kind of just started there. And I have a store, like an online store.
Mm-hmm.
Which a lot of people don't know that either. I have a small boutique, and then I'm a promotional model. You know, so
Word.
We
it's
Respect.
gotta
my
set that bag.
hustle.
We
Respect. So
gotta set that bag.
so today we here to talk about your hustle with OnlyFans.
The only
Hmm.
thing, babe.
We got a
The
series of
infamous.
questions, and I'm gonna let Cam get into them questions.
So let's get into the first question. How did you get into your OnlyFans? How did you start it?
Mm, that's a great question. I actually came across this girl on Instagram, and I mean, I had seen it, I had heard about it, but it wasn't anything that I was interested in. It wasn't my type of. Are we allowed to cuss?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead. Talk your
Okay, it
shit.
wasn't my shit. It wasn't my shit. I was like, I don't know. But what really locked me in was having a conversation with this one girl from Cali, and she said she's making $42,000 a month. And I'm just like, for what? Like, doing what? She just is like, girl, I'm trying to tell you, you missing out. Like, I'm doing this, blah, 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 but you don't have to do that. You can basically do whatever. So then I'm like, let me do some research before I just throw myself into this. So I
Yeah.
went to YouTube and I just typed in OnlyFans, and I seen all these girls similar to me, same age, all ethnicities, whatever, talking about how they ran up $1,000 on OnlyFans in a week and how they ran up $500,000 in like a year. And I'm just like, okay, let me
Respect.
try something different. Like, that's how I
Mm.
started OnlyFans.
So this shit took off.
Well, I can't even say it took off real, because I made I've had an OnlyFans for like I would say like a year. When I first made it, I was kind of just playing around. I was like, it's whatever. I don't want to put it out. I don't want nobody to say anything about me. So I had it, but I wasn't really promoting it. But once I started promoting it heavily, which was last month, I feel like it took off pretty well for a month. Well, now like almost 2 months, but it took off good last month when I actually sat down and took it serious.
Do you feel like it's been harder for you to get more exposure, being that you live in South Carolina, and South Carolina isn't really a state that people really attract to?
Um, I would say it's a blessing and a curse, because South Carolina is so traditional and it's so small. So like obviously we don't have access to a lot of promotional assets. Like I don't have I don't even have a lot of knowledge about major ways that people are promoting it in like major cities, because I just don't know. But also being from a small city, the good part is that I'm like one of the only people here that's openly doing it. So the hate, all of the contradictions, and all of the whatever is causing more people to come to my page because they want to see what everybody's talking about. So it's actually working out for me pretty well.
Word.
Shit. All publicity, good publicity at the end of the day.
Right, exactly.
Word.
That is
Let's get
definitely.
into question number two, man. You consider yourself a sex worker? Because some
Um,
people think that's a negative connotation, but what you think about it?
so although I don't have a problem with the word, because I really don't give a fuck, I would consider myself more of an entertainer. Before I consider myself a sex worker, I would think that I would need a stable career. Like that would have to be my career. And OnlyFans, I'm not doing really anything that requires sex. I'm more entertaining, you know. So like if I was having sex or if my job involves sex, actual sex, then I would definitely consider myself a sex worker. But since it doesn't involve that, it's more of like dancing, honestly, I would more call myself an entertainer. But it depends on the person. Like I'm sure some people call twerking or whatever some type of sex work. But if you wanted to call dancing a specific dance move sex work, then you would need to call all dance moves sex works. Just to be honest with
Yeah.
you.
But I
So
feel
I
like they
would
put
just
that connotation on black women a lot, though. Like black women twerk,
right.
they call it sex work. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, anything. We can wear a skirt and shit. It's probably considered being sex work. I don't know. Like anything that's associated with black women, it's almost just got a negative type of thing around it. Like anything that we do.
Yeah, because a white girl do it is exotic dancing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I would anything. You know how it is. But I consider myself an entertainer for right now.
Word. So, what has been your craziest experience doing OnlyFans, and what has been your best experience during your OnlyFans career?
It's crazy. The craziest experience is also, how do I want to break this down? How do I want to say this?
Take your time.
Right. Um. Okay. I was gonna say the craziest experience is actually the best experience, but I'll switch that up. The craziest experience for me was actually visiting Atlanta and like, you know, when new hustles come out, I feel like Atlanta is the place where they take off, especially for black people. Like they go hard. And so, oh, did I mess that up?
Nah, you good.
Okay. And so when I went to Atlanta, I've been going to Atlanta a lot lately. Like they already at the top. A lot of people in Atlanta are like the top 0% of OnlyFans, which means they making like those people that are making $100,000 a month, $1,000,000 a month, $40,000 a month, whatever. So it's like they already got the promotional things together. Like they actually link up, they shoot footage together, like they're doing the whole thing, and it was just weird to come into a world where you got people like let's link up, let's shoot content. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, for what? Like what? Just shoot it? Like let's just link up together and just no, I don't know. That was just crazy to me. But the more I get into it, the more I understand like it's ran just like a business. No matter what you do on OnlyFans, it's ran just like a business. Stakes or whatever. You have meetings, you do all of that stuff. And so that's the craziest thing. And like the best experience of OnlyFans is literally the ability to make as much money as you want to. And that's just being an entrepreneur in general. But it's a little bit faster on OnlyFans because you are directly sending people that already want to see you to see more of you, no matter what you're doing. Like, I love that. It's just like you can make as much. Like, if you wake up and say, "I want to make $1,000 today," like you set your goal, like I want to make $1,000 today, then there are actual steps that you can take to make those $1,000 that day. You could go as hard as you want to go and potentially make as much money as you want to make. And that shit is lit.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So, what's the biggest game you've seen in the day, though?
What's the biggest what?
The biggest money game you've seen in the day?
I seen a $700 gain in one day. And that was the first, not the first, but that was like within that first week that I was like going hard on one specific day. I kind of was like, this is the day I'm gonna put it on my Instagram, and this is the day I'm gonna drop a video to like promote it. I went so hard all in that one day. I dropped it, promoted it, whatever. And then like so many people just literally my thing went from how much money was pending? It was like $100 pending. It went up to like $850 pending in one day. And I was like, oh my God, what have I just come across? And why was I taking that shit serious a long time ago?
Yeah.
Because that was a hell of a game for me. That's what locked me into taking it way more serious.
So, how did your family and your friends react when they found out you were doing OnlyFans? Like, what was the reaction when people around you found out you would start doing it?
That's so funny. Well, you know, I told you it's only been public for like a month and a half, so they're still reacting on a daily basis. But like I'm kind of like I feel like as long as my mom knew and the people closest to me, like my mom and my aunt, as long as they knew, then I really didn't care about what anybody else had to say. It's like telling the hardest people makes it easier when anybody else find out. I really don't give a fuck about anybody else's opinion. And so I kind of feel like too, like whatever I do in life, I'm grown. So if I'm gonna do it, then I need to own up to it. And that's just my mindset. That's my mentality. So I was just straightforward, like, hey, I'm making a lot of money. Ask me how. Because I have OnlyFans. And if you don't know what that is, then listen.
Google.
Like literally. And my mom asked a couple questions like, so does that mean? I'm like, girl, do you really want to know? I don't think you want to know the details. But
so she knows.
Thinking,
she knows, but she doesn't know. You know what I'm saying?
She knows what she asks. And I just say, whatever you're thinking, just assume yes. That way, I don't even gotta. Maybe it'll be less bad than what you're thinking, but whatever you're thinking, just assume yes. And enjoy the money that's coming in because it's gonna benefit us all, honestly and truly.
We feeding the whole family.
Like, yeah. So that's the biggest part. It's like causing less problems. I told my mom, and I told my daddy too when I was drunk. I'm like, listen.
How'd that go? Because I know it's different for dads. Like moms,
Right.
They kind of just like, you know, they chill, but dads, you know.
He was like, what? He shook his head a little bit and he's like, listen, you grown and I trust that any decision that you make, you have a reason to make them and you know how to handle yourself. And I'm like, I've always known how to handle myself. Thank you for that respect. And I mean, yeah, it was a pretty respectful conversation. And he kind of just like, he can trust that if I make a decision like that, that I'm gonna carry myself well, or I'm gonna handle it well. Which I told him, yeah, absolutely.
So you got pretty chill parents. They pretty much chill.
Well, conditioned to be chill. They weren't always chill, but like I said, if I do something, you can't change my mind because I already decided to do it. So all you can do is like disagree or understand, but you can't. It's not much you can do. Yeah.
So we're finna get into the next question. What have you learned through your journey of OnlyFans?
I'm still learning. I learned a couple things, but I'll say 3 key things are, number 1, and this has to do with just the people and all the negative things that people say. It's like, if I allowed what people said to stop me or to make me so nervous that I didn't do it, then I would be out here struggling super hard. And I'm still struggling, but I would be out here super struggling trying to find a way to do something just because I allow other people to hold me back, which is crazy to me, to let somebody's opinion stop me from being able to move my own self to the next level. Because really, whether you're winning or losing, it's always going to be a problem, you know?
So, yeah, they ain't walking in your shoes either, so like, why
absolutely. They could never. And I probably could never walk in theirs, but they can never walk in mine. So I would be crazy to let an opinion stop me. That's the first thing I learned. Now I don't care what nobody got to say. I'm like, but I'm about to get a billboard. I'm trying to get a billboard, a real cute billboard. Bomb billboard. But what's the second thing I learned? I think I didn't just learn the second thing from having OnlyFans. I kind of learned this from life, which is, as an entrepreneur, you know, it's not like clocking in a job. Like I always say, like, you could go to work, as long as you clock in, you could bullshit all day. You could hide in the bathroom almost all day, and you still gonna get paid the same amount the whole time. You don't have to do the same amount of work every single day, but you're still gonna get paid. But as an entrepreneur, in both of my businesses. How hard I go is how much money I make. If I don't go hard, I'm not gonna make shit, you know? So it's just like a lot of discipline. It definitely taught me discipline, and it's still teaching me discipline. But I like that. And I had a third thing. Oh, third thing. I like money. I learned that. I
You love it.
Hey, we need that.
yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So let's clear up some myths and rumors about OnlyFans. Like, what's some rumors and myths you want to clear up about OnlyFans?
The nigga be saying some wild shit about OnlyFans. Like, niggas are like, there's some shit like you said, sell your soul to it.
Okay. No. And no again. The biggest myth is that you have to do one thing on OnlyFans. You can do whatever. There are people on OnlyFans with cookbooks and they're just showing people how to cook. It is for social media influencers. It is just to get to know your social media influencer deeply, or to get to see an influencer in any type of way. Like, you're paying to see more than you would see on their site.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what your influence is. You can play basketball, and people are on OnlyFans doing basketball tutorials. They're just paying to see you do a breakdown of something, or to see you in a personal way. Like, it's completely up to you. Whatever you want to do, you can have OnlyFans for it. That's what I don't think people understand. You can literally do whatever. And even if you want to get into the sexual pleasure, entertainment, and I had little flashes on all of those, whatever. You can still do whatever you want to do, because honestly and truly, I guess this is more, yeah. Honestly and truly, there is like an audience for whatever. Yeah. So like with twerk videos, there's a humongous audience of people who like to see twerk videos, just to be real with you. So you will always have an audience no matter what you do. Or the feet fetish people or whatever, you know.
I heard that's going crazy on there though. I heard them niggas feet fetishes, them niggas going wild on
that. That is like one of the biggest fetishes, I guess, in the world. And like, I had no idea. I need to hop on in that too. Cause like that goes crazy. It's just, that's another thing that showed me, like, it's an audience for whatever. You can take pictures of your freaking fingers and there's an audience for that. There are no rules to OnlyFans. You just freaking do whatever you want to do. And yeah, exactly. And another negative connotation. Well, I really don't know why. I would say that so many people have so much to say about it, but at the same time, so many people watch porn, and that's just more geared towards the people that have something to say about the sexual side of OnlyFans. If you are the same person that watches porn, if you're the same person that supports that type of industry, because most people watch porn, or you've watched porn before, are you gonna watch it again? How could you say something about the industry that you partake in? It's like, you're also a part of it because you are the audience of it, you know? So it's pretty crazy to me to have anything to say about it. And plus, people need to be realistic. Life is fucking hard, to be honest. Life is hard as fuck. And if people finding a way to make money, like, all you can do is support them. You don't got to agree with them, but be realistic about how hard life is. It's not simple at all. And that's it. That's my piece on that.
But you know, I feel like some people, they start talking about bad down on OnlyFans or bad about OnlyFans because they not making money from it. They ain't think of it first.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like some kind of envy towards people who is making money now.
Absolutely.
Like, why the fuck she making a video for $10? Why the fuck I ain't think about that?
Yeah, and it's starting to become people closest to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's literally like it could be somebody in your class, or just anybody. So if they, like he said, people start seeing people making money in a different way that they didn't think of, then they start being like, man, fuck her. She making all this money and I'm still sitting here broke because I don't know what to do with my life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got people's cousins, uncles, aunts, best friends coming up, like coming all the way up. And it's a lot of shit that's going to be talked with that. Because like I said, you're sitting beside somebody that's coming up, and that's already a problem.
Like, how many niggas been trying to get at you off your OnlyFans though? Because I bet you on DMs and messages that went crazy.
They are. I got so many DMs and messages on all of my sites collectively. It's like OnlyFans. It's just a specific type of message that they sending. You know, it's the same type of craziness like my other pages, but they're saying something specific. They all saying the same thing. They all, you know, they want the same thing, which is expected. I don't even
pay attention to it.
I don't want to say that. I don't want to lose anybody.
Yeah.
But I just kind of take it as, you know, it just would come with the territory.
Yeah.
They wild. They be wilding. The messages are crazy.
So do you feel like it's harder to find somebody that takes you like serious now that you've started doing OnlyFans?
I feel like I never think about that.
Right.
I don't never think about that. Like my businesses, I love people. I don't know. I never think about who somebody trying to take me serious and somebody not, because I know how to weed it out pretty easily. I don't even communicate with people that come at me a certain type of way. And if the conversation can't carry on past a few minutes without you saying something that irritates me, then I don't even talk to you. So I don't even allow that into my life. Like,
yeah,
if it's somebody for me, is somebody that understands the real world and they are a crazy good entrepreneur themselves, and so they understand that it's all a business.
Yeah, that's respect.
So if somebody try to get with you, they really got to understand your lifestyle though, because you know some people they might try to get with you and try to change that. What's your response to that? Like a niggas got to come to you, like they got to be comfortable with your lifestyle. If you willing to stop with somebody, they don't appreciate that.
I would say, that's a very, very, very good question. Nobody can stop my lifestyle right now. You can't stop it. Even if you come into my life, you have to come into my life with a hell of a lot of shit going on and put me in a position way better for me to be a boss in my own position, because no matter how much money you bring into me, I still want to be my own boss regardless. So nobody can stop me from, I guess you're just going to have to understand it. I'm pretty transparent about everything that I do. So I don't see, I have my plans for how I'm getting in and getting out. So there's nothing that they can do to stop me unless they are bringing me as a boss into some other fucking job or some shit like that. Like, I can't see myself letting nobody stop me at all.
So nigga come to you right now. 20 million in the bank account. Talking about he want to be your OnlyFan. You consider it.
Okay, yeah. Absolutely. You said a good number. That number changed
let
whatever.
me be your OnlyFan.
Yeah.
Look, whatever I said before that, if he got that, he just won, basically. Shit.
Yeah, man. Shit, DJ, anything for you, nigga?
Man, I think she kind of summed up everything. She got everything. She educated me a little bit.
Yeah, educated me too. Great conversation.
Good conversation.
That's good. I'm happy.
Word. She gave out a lot of free game for people interested in OnlyFans too. Y'all better take it.
Yeah,
a lot of free game on the episode.
No, seriously. I mean, like, honestly, because there's a lot of things that people don't know, and I had to do the research to figure that out my own self. So
I better get on game before she blow up. She blow up bigger than what she already is, because she already hot right now.
But I've been on your page, like your following that's like been over the last couple of weeks. That shit been growing though. Like,
what? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Have you seen that shit? Every time I reload my page, just say, I can get on there. I'm sorry, you got me hyped.
Nah, I've been peeping that shit too. I said, damn, something blew up.
It'd be like 100 new followers. And I'm like, whoa. Then I get off my page for 5 minutes. I get back on and be like 200 new followers. I'm like, what the is happening right now? Where are these people coming from? I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah, because
you been getting a lot of celebrity attention too? Like, has celebrities start coming to you and like trying to hop down?
Always. They always do that. No, but more than usual, yeah. Because I guess I'm circulating more or whatever. So yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember before you even started going heavy on it, as soon as you started going heavy on it, that's when went to the roof.
It's growing. It's crazy because like a couple months ago, my Instagram it was stuck at fucking 30K. It was stuck at 30K for so long. I was like, you know what? I don't know what the hell is going on. I didn't try everything, and I just had to concentrate my page to like you know how sometimes you go to people's page, you want to see something consistent. Basically, That's really what you went to their page for, anyways. So I had to concentrate my page, and I was like, all I want is like 100 new followers. That'll just give me a little bit of motivation. And I got like 15,000 in literally like 3 weeks, which is crazy. And now I'm like, I want even more. You know, I wanted to move even faster.
Still hungry. Still hungry.
Still so hungry. I gotta be appreciative though, for real. Because I'm very happy that it grew. Definitely.
Shit. Speaking of hunger, man, let's get into the episode, man. Every week we do a food for thought for the people. A quote we leave with the people. And what you got something you want to leave the people with?
Oh snap. Okay, boom. I have a very specific quote.
All right.
Do something today that's gonna make your tomorrow better. And that's it.
All right.
That's it.
What we got from you, DJ?
Food for thought. I think I said this quote already. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. I think I said that already, but I'm gonna say it again this week because I feel like you gotta be comfortable with being uncomfortable, and I feel like that's what she had to do in order to be successful.
And I'm just gonna say it like this: if they mad, make them matter. This is the Think About It podcast, and we out of here, man.